All right, number 13. What will I need to do first in order to solve for x? Good. Add 3 to both sides. X plus 2 to the 2/3 power equals 25. Gentlemen. Shh. Okay, then how do I get rid of that 2/3 power? Raise it to the reciprocal power, which ends up being 3/2. So those cancel out. I have x plus 2. 25 to the 3/2 power, though, how will I change that? It'll be the square root of 25 to the 3rd power, right? What's the square root of 25? 5. And what is 5 to the 3rd power? 125. Then lastly, what will I do? Good, subtract 2. So x equals 123. Okay, 14. What will be my common base?
2.
Good. 8 is 2 to what power? 2 to the 3rd times 2x minus 8 equals 32 is 2 to the 5th times 4x. Our bases are the same. So now we're going to solve. We distribute the 3 through and we get 6x minus 24 equals 20x. Subtract 6x to both sides. Negative 24 equals 14x. We divide by 14 to both sides and reduce. And what does my answer end up becoming? X equals negative 12/7 is the correct answer. Okay, 15. What will be my common base? 2. How am I going to write this one to make it a 2? 2 to the negative 1, good, times 5 minus x equals 4 will be what? Good, 2 to the negative 2nd times x minus 2. We drop our bases, and our equation becomes? Good. Perfect. Negative 5 plus x equals negative 2x plus 4. So I'm going to add 2x to both sides. And I'm going to go ahead and add 5 at the same time. So I have 3x equals 9. Divide by 3 and we get x equals 3. Questions? Okay, 16. One certain bacteria population doubles every 6 hours. If you start with 50 bacteria, how many will there be in 3 days? Now notice here, and there is a question like this on your tests, you need to pay attention to days and hours. Okay? So on this one it says time elapsed in hours.
72.
And this is where it's a tad bit confusing because 72 hours is correct. Because if you go 24 hours in a day times 3 days, it does equal 72 hours. Do you notice how this exponent isn't being divided by anything? Also notice that there's no place for me to put that 6. What you have to do is, since it's saying that it doubles every 6 hours, you have to take this 72 to figure out how many times it's doubling, basically. And so you're taking your 72 hours and you're dividing that by 6, which is 12. There is a question on your test like this, which is why I am putting this in your group quiz. Okay? So, now in order to solve this, what is my initial population? 50 times 2 to the 12th power. Yes?
Why do you divide by 6?
Because since it's doubling every 6 hours, there are 72 hours, and so it's going to double one time every 6 hours. So normally in most of our equations, we would put the hours and then like your half-life or whatever, but on this one, you have to do that yourself. So, okay. All right, so then what would I do first in this problem? Good. Your exponent, right? PEMDAS. 2 to the 12th power equals 4,096. And then you take 4,096 times 50, and that answer is 204,800. All right, and number 17, what will I do on this one?
Okay.
Good, divide by 3. So I have x to the 3/2 power equals 8. Next, what will I do? Raise it to reciprocal power, which is 2/3. These cancel. How will I rewrite 8 to the 2/3 power? Cubed root of 8 raised to the second power. What's the cubed root of 8? 2. And what's 2 to the second power? 4. So my answer is x equals 4. Oh, I forgot to write something here. It's bacteria. Okay, that is the end.